Hello, this is Dr. Tushar Shah. 30th of July, second topic of the day, nutraceuticals in COVID-19. The commonest vitamin prescribed in COVID-19 for boosting immunity, supposedly, is vitamin C. Vitamin C was useless in the common cold and it is useless in COVID-19. Completely useless. I don't prescribe it, and if somebody else has prescribed it, I often convince the patient not to take it. However, if the patient is extremely eager to take supplements, I don't stop it. I don't want the patient to tell me the next day that Doctor साहब आपने जब से विटामिन सी बंद किया है मेरी खांसी बढ़ गई है. I don't want to hear that. So you may continue it, but don't prescribe it. Vitamin C has been used intravenously as a therapy for COVID pneumonia. Again, useless. Large doses are used, like 12.5 grams to 25 grams intravenous. Absolutely useless and may cause kidney stones. So vitamin C supplementation to be avoided. Zinc supplementation only a little better than vitamin C, because zinc also is unproven in any viral infection, including COVID-19. So I do give zinc because the patient actually wants some supplementation, and luckily zinc comes in combination with vitamin B complexes. So I give drugs like Bicozinc or Cobadex CZS or Zincovit which contain vitamins including zinc. Again, zinc has no proven benefit in improving immunity against COVID-19. The third supplement, which I find is probably the most rational supplement to give, not for boosting immunity, but generally in these times, is the vitamin D supplement. Remember, we are in a lockdown. Remember, we don't get enough sunlight, and vitamin D deficiency has been proven to worsen the prognosis in respiratory tract infections before the COVID era. In 2017, a meta-analysis told us that respiratory tract infections occur less frequently and less severely in patients who are having sufficient vitamin D levels. So vitamin D supplementation is a win-win. I personally give 60,000 units per day for 8 straight days. Many of us wonder why 8 straight days and not why once a week. Well, once a week is not enough time to build up the store when there is a COVID-19 surge occurring. So I give it every day. You remember that you can give 6 lakh units intramuscular maybe once a year. 60,000 into 8 is less than 6 lakh units. So I would do it. The absorption is erratic, so we don't expect everything to go. We could have given an injection, but we don't want to meet patients in this era. So 60,000 per day for 8 days is my typical prescription to begin with, and then I ask them to take 1,000 units every day or maybe 60,000 units once a month. Regular supplementation of vitamin D is more useful than just giving bursts as far as respiratory tract infection prevention is concerned. Vitamin D supplementation comes with this great benefit of the patient feeling good that they are getting some supplementation. So don't give vitamin C, give vitamin D. The only problem with vitamin D is kidney stones. So any patient who's had kidney stones in the past, I would not give large doses of vitamin D, give smaller doses, 1,000 units per day. They are safe in a kidney stone patient too. Well, that's about supplementation. Remember, let us not become copycats in giving supplemental therapy because somebody else is giving vitamin C. Therefore, I give vitamin C. It's just being a copycat. And in COVID, copycatting has become extremely common. Let's avoid that. Thank you.